Nice. Okay. Well, welcome everyone. If you've just pressed the play button, this is going to be the final class as part of the Classical Pilates series. And if you haven't seen my email yet, this is the fourth last class of the online Pilates with me. So if you still want to continue having access to my classes, just make sure that you get the video catalog subscription after this. Anyway, so this is the last class as part of the Classical Pilates series. We actually have 2 exercises that we haven't done of the series. I'm only going to choose to do one of them because the final exercise just felt a little bit too roly-poly to kind of do outside of like a setting where I can actually be with you in the flesh. But without further ado, let's get started. Let me check the time. Let's get started on our back. We're going to warm up through the core first, and then we're going to work quite a lot of thoracic extension, so postural muscles in our spine. But I definitely do want to fire up the core first with some of the classical moves that you've learned throughout this course. All right, so here we are lying on our back, feet flat, parallel hip width distance. So just make sure that your feet are not too wide, not too narrow, about 2 fists distance between your knees. That's a good rule of thumb for your personal hip width. And then just take a second to close down your eyes, relax into your shoulders, and just arrive on your mat. So as we arrive here on the floor, let's slowly start to check in with our natural breathing rhythm. And as we do this, see if you can take your inhalation a little bit deeper down into your belly as you breathe in. Feeling the rise of your chest, the rise of your tummy, and a nice elongated exhale as you breathe out. Let's breathe a little bit more together. So inhaling in, ideally in through the nose if we can. Filling down into our tummy, into our lower back, into our sides. And the exhale, if it's available to you, let's create a little bit of resistance. So a shh or a tss or a shh. Just creating a little bit of resistance to that exhalation. It'll give you more bang for your buck as you move. Taking 2 more breaths here together. Inhale. And exhale. Last time. Inhale. And exhale. Let's take our hands behind our head, interlocking our fingers strongly at the base of our skull, elbows wide, east and west. Your lower back positioning, let's not worry too much about it now. Just make sure that you're not excessively arching into your lower back. Let's inhale again together just like we were. And on our exhale, for the whole duration of your exhale, let's come up into flexion. Inhale takes you down. You might be breathing a little bit longer or shorter than myself, so use your breathing rhythm as your guide. Inhaling back, exhaling forward. So you can almost imagine that as you take yourself back down to earth, it's a great opportunity to fill the lungs, and your lungs actually open to create space. And as you come forward, use that forward action almost like a compression of the rib cage to get the air out. The inhale, naturally we fill. Exhale. Feel how the ribs almost want to pull through your body towards the earth behind you. Keep moving with your breath here. Try not to speed it up too much. Start to notice that as you come up, We could also focus on our spine. So as we come forward into that crunch on the exhale, first nod your chin towards your chest, elongate through the neck, and curl yourself up. Slowly, one vertebra at a time, we take ourselves down on that inhale. 4 to go. Exhaling forward. Inhaling down. As you come forward, it sounds strange, but imagine your spine getting longer. So think about length through the crown of your head in that flexion moment, length through the crown of the head as you come down. Last time, exhale forward. Inhale back down. Nice. Take your arms wide into T shape, so east and west on your mat. Good. And on your next exhale, we're going to let our knees float to one side. Doesn't matter, just go to whichever side comes naturally. Inhale the legs up through center. Exhale, knees over to the other side. Keep going. Inhale through center. Exhale, supine twist. Inhale through center. Exhale, twist. 2 to go. Inhale through center. Exhale, twist. Just noticing if the shoulders are tense, see if you can soften them. Inhale, center. And exhale, twist. Nice. Bring your knees through center. Okay. Hands relax alongside your body, but if you feel like you want the feedback of, putting your hands on your body in any way, please do that if it feels nice. Otherwise, hands relaxed alongside you. And let's try and aim for an imprinted lower back. So that means we're going to press our lower back into the ground. Like if we had a blueberry behind our lower back, we'd be squishing it. Okay. Notice that as a result, your belly pulls in towards your spine a little bit more, and your tailbone, that lowest part of your tailbone, lifts off of the floor. Okay. We want that. Keep the length through the back of your neck and soften into your shoulders. Let's take one leg into tabletop position, other leg into tabletop position, and we're going to hold here for a second. Just notice as soon as you get into your tabletop, if you lose your imprint. So see if you can again push your lower back into the floor, draw your ribs down through the ground. Good. Now here you might be thinking, how the hell am I supposed to breathe? Let's breathe into our back and sides. So nice big inhale into the floor behind you. Exhale, we get rid of all of that stale air. Imagining the ribs knitting in towards each other and in towards the pelvis. One more. Inhale in. Exhale. Nice. Let's turn it into a single leg stretch. So we're going to inhale to prepare. We're going to exhale, stretch our left leg forward into the air in front of us. Inhale, bring it in. Exhale, right leg reach. Inhale, bring it in. So as that leg stretches forward, it's super long, strong, and intentional, squeezing the muscle to the bone, the calf and the quad. And imagine the back of your leg also switching on as well. So not just the front of your leg. Going for 6. Noticing what happens in your lower back as that leg travels forward. Here we need to be like super, super controlled, keeping the lower back pressed into the ground, even when the leg goes out forward. 4 to go. Exhale, reach 3. Inhale in. Exhale, reach 2. Looks great. Inhale in. Exhale, reach last time. Nice. Bring it home. Okay, now keep the knees bent. We're not going to stretch the leg forward anymore. Now you're going to come into toe taps. So you're going to send our left foot to the floor as if we're dipping our toes into a bucket of paint. Tap the ground in front of you and then bring your leg back in. Switcheroo from leg to leg. Good. Notice how much easier it is to maintain that imprint with the bent knee shape. Okay. So we're using not a long lever here with that bent knee. Nice. All right. Adding in some coordination, reach your arms up towards the sky, keeping that imprinted lower back, and see if you can go opposite arm, opposite leg. So my opposite arm's going to reach back as my toe taps forward. Good. Now, as my arm reaches back, it has this reciprocal effect on my rib cage. My ribs want to follow my arm and also open up and back. We need to keep the ribs drawing down into the floor. Use your exhalation here. Let's try for 8. And bring it in. Nice. 7. Beautiful tabletop, by the way. Just make sure that those knees don't sneak in too close to your chest, but they really look good. 5. And 4. Good. 3. Nice. 2. Just keeping that imprint if you can. Last time. And then squeeze your knees to your chest. Hold on to them. Go for a little rock from side to side. So a lot of the time, and I know you're doing this right now, you're very strong, but a lot of the time, what you end up feeling more than your abs are the fronts of your hips. And that's normal. Your hip flexors work so hard in tabletop, and it takes years to get that to ease. At least it did for me. Okay, let's take our legs back into tabletop, and lower back into that imprinted position. And now we're going to grab our hands behind our thighs, so holding onto the back of your legs, onto your hamstrings. Inhale here at the bottom. We're going to exhale, come up into flexion. Crunching it up. Good. So in this moment, we need to do a few things before we can do anything else. Squeeze your shoulder blades back and down, like they wanted to glide into the back pockets of your jeans into the floor. See if you can pull your belly in towards your spine just a little, and see if you can get a little bit more height out of your trunk. Good. Nice. Inhale here. As we exhale, we're going to stretch our left leg forward. Both hands pull behind that right leg to bring the right leg in. Good. 2 little pulls of that right thigh. So it's a shh, shh. Inhale. Exhale, exhale. Inhale, exactly. So that exhale is like twofold. Shh, shh. Yeah, nice. Shh. I'm really not sure why they do that little kind of pulse on the exhale in the classical repertoire. Shh, shh. I guess it possibly adds a stability challenge. Shh, shh. Keep the back of your neck nice and long so you're always looking at your belly. Shh, shh. As you start to draw one leg in, pull your belly in as you draw the leg in. Shh. 5. Nice. 4. Try and keep your feet active if you can. And 2. And last one. Nice, and lay your head down. Cool. Put your right foot onto the floor. Straighten your left leg up towards the sky. Nice. Hands onto the front of your hips, those 2 bony bits at the front of your pelvis. We want to keep our pelvis steady here. So your hands are going to be your way of feeling if your hips rock and roll from side to side. We're coming into single leg circle. So we're going to inhale to prepare. As we exhale, that left leg is going to travel down towards the floor like a fishing line going out into the ocean. And you're going to open it out to the left. Keep your muscles squeezing to the bone. Keep your legs super active and up towards the sky. Good. So you send it down and out on the exhale. Inhale up through center. Down and out to the side on the exhale. Inhale up through center. Now, if your hands are feeling, not all that much, you're feeling pretty stable, start to take your focus and awareness into your right knee. Notice if your right knee moves out to the side as your left leg goes to the side. So your right knee is going to want to compensate. Take that activation into your core. Yes, nice. Now see if you can continue hovering the right leg in tabletop. activate through the right foot. Let's lower the left leg down. As soon as your left leg goes out to the side, we need the right side obliques to contract. So left leg's working, but right side abdominals need to be really fired up. Okay? Try 4. Nice. 3. Good. 2. Remember, if you're getting a click in your hips, reduce the size of your circle or just really fire up through that left leg even more. Last time. Nice. Left foot down, right foot down. You can take a windscreen wipe. Nice. Cool. Let's take it straight over to the right leg. So left foot on the floor, right leg up towards the sky. Nice and long and strong. So that right leg, imagining laser beams of energy coming out through that right heel. Your leg is fired up. We're going to inhale to prepare. We exhale, send that right leg down and out, like that fishing line analogy, out to the side and up. Good. Down, out to the side and up. The most challenging point in the movement is when the right leg is furthest out to the right. That's when we need to use our core the most. The ideal world, you get that core fired up and that exhale as soon as the leg goes down and out. Okay? All right. If it's feeling good, left leg to tabletop. Let's go for 6. Nice. 5. This one, the left knee is going to want to come a little closer than it should in your tabletop. So think about sending your left knee slightly forward. 4. 3. 2. Nice. Last time. Well done. Hug the knee in, little rocklet from side to side. Well done. Often not the most comfortable exercise in the world, especially if you get the clicky moment, but really great to feel pelvic stability. All right. Okay, let's take it up a notch. So feet back to the floor for a second. Let's take our hands behind our head and our elbows into our peripheral vision. We're going to build and build and build this one up all the way into scissors with a bit of rotation through the obliques. So inhale at the bottom to prepare. Let's exhale, nod our chin towards our chest, come up into flexion. Good. Now we come into a little bit of a crisscross action. My left elbow is going to go in towards my right inner thigh. As I do this, my tendency is going to be to dump into my right shoulder blade. I want to lift my right shoulder blade off of the floor, keep my left sit bone, or at least pelvic half grounded, and then inhale myself back to the ground. Other side. Exhale, right elbow to left inner thigh. Good. Inhale your way back down. So as you come into this little twisty, try not to sink your weight into the shoulder blade that you're twisting towards. Yeah? So if your right elbow is coming to left inner thigh, don't let that left shoulder blade take the brunt of the work. Left shoulder blade stays light on the floor. Just notice here if you're cranking through your neck and pulling your head with your hands. I know it's tricky not to, but see if you can find the rotation in your rib cage rather than by pulling your head. All right. So if this is going quite well for you, and we maybe want to take it up a smidgen, quite a lot actually, we take our legs to tabletop and we're going to do it a little bit of a single leg stretch with a crisscross action. So I'm going to exhale, stretch one leg forward, come into that single leg stretch. Try not to dump into the shoulder blade. Inhale all the way back down through the torso. Exhale, other side. Good. Inhale back down. Try not to move too fast. Exhale. Twist. Inhale back down. Exhale. Reach. Good. Nice. Inhale down. Let's try 2 more like this. Exhale. Inhale. Last time. Exhale. Good. Inhale down. Now, keep your head on the ground for a second. Take both hands behind your thighs. Nice. We're going to inhale at the bottom, and we're going to exhale. Come up into flexion. Good. Shoulder blades down. Neck. Yes. Good. Really nice. And then let's straighten our legs up towards the sky. Okay. So we're going to go for the scissors. Take your hands, both of your hands, to the back of your right leg, wherever feels comfortable for you to hold on. Maybe the calf, maybe the back of the knee. Let the left leg travel down. Nice. Pull your right leg in a little closer. So you want to get this hamstring stretch action as well as, I guess, a little bit of abdominals. Draw your belly in. Okay, shoulder blades down. And then you're going to lift the left leg up and switch. Good. Inhale and exhale. As you start to warm up through the back of your legs, you might start to be able to hold a little higher up, closer and closer to the ankle. As you do that, you'll be able to bend your elbows into a little bit of a diamond shape as you pull. So this, yes, exactly. Very nice. Good. Start to think about exhaling, drawing belly in. Okay, last 3. We try going hands free. And then adding that dreadful crisscross action. 2, 1. All right, now if it's feeling okay, keep your scissoring legs, hands behind your head, and we're going to twist. Yes, exactly. Just for 8. Now it's 7. Exhale, 6. Good, Jill. Nice. You're not, those shoulder blades are far away from the floor. Love it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and down. Whew, nice. You should hopefully have felt that one. Nice. Fantastic. Okay. Whew. Now, I promised you prone work. Let's start to fire up through the spinal extensors. So we're going to roll up into seated, and then we're going to take it onto our tummy. Okay, so one thing's for sure, when this was developed, it didn't take people into account to maybe have a larger chest. So if that's you, please don't feel any pressure to do the rocking on your chest. Just, yeah, this exercise, I mean, was not developed by a lady. and it shows with this one. Okay, so let's all join on our tummy. We're going to build and build and build anyway, so we'll get there slowly. First things first, let's lie on our belly with our hands underneath our forehead, elbows wide into like a little bit of a diamond shape. Your feet, it's kind of nice to let your feet go a little bit wider than hip width distance, maybe the width of your mat. And that's going to allow you to press your pubic bone into the floor and get that reciprocal length into your lower back. Okay, so push your pubic bone into the floor. Your bum muscles will fire up and your tailbone will lengthen towards the wall behind you. Your lower back will lengthen. Keep your gaze down at the floor. We're just going to do some tiny activation and get a sense of length through our spine. So keep your gaze at the floor, but lift your head off of your hands about 5 centimeters. So really a tiny little movement. Now in this moment, you're looking at the floor, you lifted your head. See if you can imagine like you turned into a tortoise and you're going to lengthen your head out of your shell and you want to lengthen through the crown of your head to peek out to the world in front of you. So this imagery, this activation of our spinal extensors, just to get something called axial extension through the spine, you want to lengthen through the crown of our head. Drive your elbows into the floor and squeeze your shoulder blades back and down as if they could glide down your back into your back pockets of your jeans. So think about your shoulder blades gliding down, elbows driving through the floor and squeegeeing back towards the wall behind you and lengthening through the crown of your head at the same time. Okay, yes, it's a very small, subtle movements in the body, you should feel your back muscles fire up a little bit. Okay, keep your chin tucked in towards your throat and imagine the back of your skull magnetizing towards the sky behind you. Okay, so we don't want to let the chin collapse towards the mat. Think about and see if you can push the tops of your feet into the floor. Lift your knees off of the ground. Do you want to squeeze your kneecaps up? Yep. And then push your pubic bone into the ground a little more. Last little thing, if you can, think about and try to pull your belly button away from the floor. So all of that again. Push the tops of your feet into the ground. Lift your kneecaps off of the floor by squeezing your kneecaps up, charging up to the front of your legs. Push your pubic bone into the ground. Lift your belly button away from the ground. Drive your elbows down into the floor and drag them back into the earth behind you as you squeeze your shoulder blades back and down into the back pockets of your jeans. Lengthen through the crown of your head. Imagine that somebody had their hands wrapped around your ears and were pulling you towards the wall in front of you. So you've got energy going back, you've got energy going forward, holding for 10. 9. Try and breathe into the sides of your lungs. Keep this activation, magnetizing the back of your skull back, drawing your chin in and up. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Relax completely. Breathing normally, big deep breaths in and out. Most of the time, this is a lot to remember. So well done. Okay, so we're going to try and do something similar. We're going to come onto our forearms. So if you do yoga, Sphinx pose, or just a little bit of thoracic extension. So our forearms are parallel. And again, here we're going to think about dragging isometrically our forearms back into the floor as if we wanted to pull our elbow tips towards the fronts of our hips. Okay, so squeeze your shoulder blades back and down, drag your elbows towards your hips without actually moving them. So we're just pulling isometrically through the floor. Isometric means no actual movement, just muscle activation. Pubic bone into the floor, press the tops of your feet into the ground, lift your kneecaps up, lift your belly in and up. Lengthen through the crown of your head. Now imagine somebody, maybe imagine that you were a little fish and you've just been caught and you're being pulled out of the ocean from your sternum. So reach your sternum forward, heart reaches forward, squeeze your shoulder blades back and down even more. Good. Lift your heart up towards where the wall and ceiling meet. Yes, more. Good. Nice. Breathing here, squeeze your bum a little bit more. And then see if here, you might need to adjust your hands, by the way. See if here you can start to press your hands and your fingertips into the floor and maybe lift your elbows off of the ground a little bit. If you feel too much compression in your lower back, move your hands forward. Okay, what's going to happen is your shoulders are going to want to hike up towards your ears. Squeeze the shoulder blades back and down. Push the floor forward and away through your hands now. And then lift your heart up. Lift your heart. Good. Very nice. Good. Shoulder blades back and down. Holding for 5. Tuck your chin back towards your throat. And visualize your back muscles. Think about activating your actual back muscles now. Using your back to lift you. 3, 2, 1. And then lower your forearms back to the ground. Good. All right. So a lot of the time with this, you can start to feel out of breath and your heart rate goes up. That's normal. We're going to see if we can increase the pace of this movement. So we're going to lift up. Okay. And then we're going to lower ourselves down and we're going to see if we can let the legs lift a little bit as well. So my legs are charged up the whole time. I'm not like flicking my legs up through the momentum of my movement. I'm going to lower my elbows down. My chest is going to kind of almost touch the ground. And then I want to see if I can lift my 2 legs up from my bum. Good. And then I'm going to push through my hands to the ground, squeeze my shoulder blades down, draw my belly in, and then lower elbows, lift legs. Okay. Lift and lower. So adjust your hands as needed so that you can get your kind of maximum height through your thoracic extension. Good. And then down. Let's try for 5. So as your chest comes down, lift your legs from your bum. Your whole body's moving as one. So visualize your back muscles blending all the way into your heels. 3. And as you come down, visualize your heart reaching forward to the top of your mat. 2. Okay, and 1. Good. And down. Okay, relax. Take a moment. Yeah. All right, so this is just the baby steps towards the big step. We're going to take it one step further next if you feel comfortable for it, and it involves a little bit of rocking and momentum. So from this point here, the next place that we need to go is as we come down to reach the arms forward and catch ourselves. So again, if you have anything going on in your chest that you don't want to rock on your chest at all, stick with the previous option. So we kind of lower ourselves. As we lower, arms reach forward, legs lift, and we catch. It has to be one fluid movement. So start here and then reach, catch. Good, almost. Before I go down, before I go into that rock, my legs are like pieces of concrete. So in this moment, charge up through your bum, charge up through your legs, so that as you let go, you'll naturally rock. Okay, so it's not like, oh, sheesh, I need to activate my legs now. Try not to use your legs at all to increase that momentum. Yes, nice, good. Okay, 3, good. That's it. Belly in and up. 2, good. Last time, and take a break. Whew. So one thing that I do notice with this one is that it's see if it's possible to catch yourself with a slightly bent elbow. So we're not completely locked out through the elbows, keeping a little soft bend. And then I catch again with a soft bend. I don't know if that's helpful at all. The final iteration is to non-stop rock. So the whole thing that the classical Pilates move here is to rock, 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 and stop. You're welcome to give it a little go. Yes. Nice. So, like a little pendulum. Yes, nice. Well done. Good, Dad. Well done. So there is a little bit of momentum created by the arms as we reach up. So, and then the idea is to slowly stop rocking and catch yourself and release. Nice. Well done. Okay. So we've just fired up our back a lot. So we're going to slowly come into a quick quadruped position, all fours. No massive rounding yet. Super quick little all fours position. Nice. And then slowly, gingerly, start to navigate your way into a teeny tiny cat-cow. Starting at the pelvis, your back muscles might be like, what the hell just happened? And then as they start to loosen up again, then you can start to increase the size of your cat-cow. Nice. Let's go for about 8. Exhaling to round. Inhaling to reach your heart through. Exhaling to round. Inhaling to reach your heart through. Nice. Okay, hold your cat stretch, the rounded spine shape. Stay there. And then start to create little circles with your tailbone on the wall behind you. So we're rounding through the spine and drawing a spiral shape with our tailbone. Start to allow your chest to move. Start to allow your shoulders to move as well. Starting to spiral. Good. That's one nice thing about doing these classes at home is that these kinds of movements, I know a lot of people feel really self-conscious doing in a group setting, at least in Pilates. Really let yourself not care about that right now. Okay. And then slowly reverse your direction, allowing your spine to now extend, moving three-dimensionally. Not that we're ever not moving three-dimensionally, but we go for 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Okay. All right, let's take it onto our left side, lying on our side body. Okay, a little bit more to go. We've done a little bit of side leg work in class already, but I wanted to come back to it just to give it a little bit more attention. So lying on one side, remember, whenever we're doing side leg work, we have this little space. I know I'm wearing all black, but little space underneath your side body to allow for your natural posture of your spine. Okay, perfect. From here, find your tummy muscles. Squeeze into your bum just a little bit. Top hand rests on the ground in front of you, shoulder blade drawn back and down. First things first, top leg you're going to lift up. And then I want you to imagine somebody took that foot, that leg by the ankle and pulled you down. So lengthen out of that hip. Good. And then we're going to lift and lower without squishing our side body. So as the leg lifts, we don't squish that nice little house for the church mouse underneath us. Good. 7. As you lift, keep your shoulder blade drawn down. 6. Good. 5. Nice. 4. 3. Good job. 2. Okay, last one. Lift and hold. Now, if you're on a really hard surface, this might be tricky. See if you can lift your bottom leg a little bit up off of the ground as well. And then you're going to start to walk in space. Now you're going to feel your shoulder and your hand starting to help you with balance. Use your tummy muscles as well. Okay, so this is core work. 6. Keep the back of your neck nice and long. 5 and 4 and 3 and good. 2 and 1. Nice. Bring both legs down. Squeeze your legs together without squishing your church mouse. See if you can get both legs up. Both legs down. Both legs up. So if you've got a really bony hip, this is going to get you. Okay. Sorry in advance. Going for 3. See if you can use your core here. 2. Nice. And 1. Good. Well done. Now stretch your bottom arm long out on the ground. Yep. And then your top arm, let's reach it up towards the sky. We're going to have to take it more into our bottom bum cheek, onto this left bum cheek. Roll back just a little bit. Press your arm into the floor and see if you can lift. Up. Good, good, good. Tap. And then take it all the way back down. Good. So we roll a little bit back more towards the tailbone. And then you press down into your arms, or your arm that's on the ground. Lift. And then come down. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, you can always do it with bent knees as well. So bring both knees in, bent, and then stretch, take it down. Bring it up. Inhale down. Okay, now we're perfectly primed to come into teaser, right? Would you not agree? Okay, let's try on the next one to hold it up at the top. So you're going to take it up there. Okay, maybe grab a hold of one ankle or shins. Grab a hold of your legs somehow. See if you can really get your balance onto your tailbone. Pull your lower belly in and up, and then bring your other hand towards your leg. Yes. Good, good, good. Yes. Oh, you got it. Well done. Okay, shoulder blades down. Draw your belly in. Breathe. Be proud of yourself. And then maybe take your hands away. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And legs down. Well done. Whew. Okay, cool. Let's try that on the other side. So you just got side leg work and teaser. Great work. Great. Well done. All right. Last little bit and then you're free. So we move to the other side, shoulder blade drawn back and down, and your house for your church mouse underneath you. Cool. Top leg lift, and then just it's small, but it's significant. Lengthen it. So imagine somebody just pull that leg towards the wall in front of you, and then you're going to lower and up. Good. I know it's like so tempting to lift that leg way higher and to squash your church mouse, but let's just be nice to the mouse. Okay. 6. Good. 5. Shoulder blades down. 4. See if you can actually find your tummy muscles here. It's supposed to be a core exercise as well. And 3, 2. Okay. Last one. Lift and hold. Okay. And then you want to see if you can lift that bottom leg up and start to walk in space. Good. Noticing if one side feels way easier than the other. It's possible. 6. See if you can actually find your core here. Squeezing your left shoulder blade back and down. 4. 3. Nice. 2. And 1. Good. Bring legs together. Lower them down. Excuse me. And then we're going to see if we can lift them both up together and lower them both down. So a little bit of like kind of really low abdominal activation here as you do this. On an exhale, we lift for 4. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Think about pushing your bottom leg down with the top leg. 3. Nice. 2. Last time, we're going to lift. You're going to press down through that top arm. This is the top arm nice and long if you can. Start to roll more on towards your bum, or to your tailbone. Reach your free arm long. Start to bring yourself up and see if you can close that gap. Good. Slowly lower yourself down. Good. Inhale. Exhale powers you up. Good. Inhale to lower. That looks nice. Allow yourself to move more onto your tailbone. So really shift onto both butt cheeks. Okay. Yes. Good. Nice. That's it. 3. So we roll back, compress. 2. This is the holder, trying to hold that teaser if possible. Last time, lift, grab something, even if it's your sock. Find your balance. You can always bend your knees here as well. Maybe grabbing both legs. Good. If you're going for the bent knee, find your balance. Pull your lower belly in and up. Find your tummy muscles here. Squeeze your legs together even if they're bent. And we're going to release our hands if we can, holding for 10, 9, 8, shoulder blades down, 7, chest to the sky, 5, 4, beautiful, point the toes, 3, 2, 1. Lower your legs down with control, or you can hug them, that's fine, and just roll forward. Relaxing down. Nice. Okay, great work. So that's you done for the day. Really, really, really well done. So much core work today. And a lot of hip flexor work as well, but then also a lot of opening up of the front line through that swan dive action that we did. So I'm gonna. Oh, did I record in Zoom? No, I didn't. I recorded just in YouTube. That's fine. Okay, let me just switch that recording off. End stream. Good.